Hello everyone, welcome to one another weekly sectoral analysis video. Now, till the last week post the India-US trade deal announcement, a lot of volatility spike was visible, especially due to this candle. After that, we had three candles where we saw a decline in volatility. Once again, we saw that there was further decline of volatility and then everything started moving down. Now, why did this happen? The reason for that is when we have such a big candle in the weekly time frame chart, we had to surpass this all-time high in order so that the momentum comes back in our favor. Because if you have seen my last video, I would still must have told that yes, things were improving in the daily chart, but the momentum in the weekly chart was still not improved. Momentum just does not improve just with one big candle. It takes a little bit of time. Even if prices are trading above the dual moving averages last week, and since the momentum was down, that is the reason market has come down. Is it weak right now? The answer is yes. It's looking weak. The trend is down in the daily time frame chart. The momentum is down in the weekly time frame chart. And we have a negative candle in the weekly time frame chart also. But there is a catch. If you are a derivatives trader, is this sell-off tradable? Can someone probably trade in options or go short in futures? See, frankly speaking, if you just have a look at the weekly time frame chart, you will see suddenly a high wave sort of candle. Then we have a extremely large candle with a large expansion of volatility, bullish green candle with a bigger wick on the upside, and then a red candle. But if you compare this red candle in terms of size with the previous candle, it will look nonsense. It will absolutely look nonsense. Also in the daily time frame chart, we have a very huge gap. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? What if you go short and this suddenly turns up? Who knows? We don't know, right? So, I mean, see, देखिए कभी कभार है ना, ट्रेड करना, रोज ट्रेड करना जरूरी नहीं है. When things are very, very doubtful, when things are not moving the way you want, it is okay to probably wait for some clarity. And even if you do not have trades for maybe 5 days, 10 days, 15 days in a row, it is absolutely fine. Just keep on tracking the market. When things improve, only then step in. If you're not confident, if there is no clarity in your head for the market, it's okay not to trade. Stay away. Stay away. I'm talking about Nifty. कुछ sectors अच्छे हैं, मैं उनके बारे में बात करूंगा. I'm just talking about Nifty right now predominantly. ठीक है? And if you want to know about supports, I'll just drop in this Fibonacci retracement. You can see this is the 38.20% retracement. Then we have 50% over here, which is at 25,286, and then one more at 25,128. And this is a bigger support because this 25,128 is coming back, coming on the back of, you know, ending this entire upside gap. So ये ध्यान रखिएगा. ठीक है? Bank Nifty. Now, Bank Nifty is slightly better than Nifty, but again over here in terms of trend in the weekly time frame chart, the trend is up. The price may be above the moving averages. The answer is yes, but there is no momentum. And when we have the trend up but no momentum, you will generally see choppiness in that time frame, and that choppiness will be visible here too. There will be few pullbacks up, down. Few are tradable, few are not. But overall, you will not see much great things happening. This is a good move. Trend, momentum, everything is fine and absolutely tradable. Clean, clear-cut breakouts. But this is choppiness. So, as a trader, would I like to trade Bank Nifty? The answer is no. The biasness is surely on the upside, but if it's lacking momentum, I am certainly not interested. Okay, PSU banks. Now, PSU banks में थोड़ा कैसा है कि PSU banks is slightly positive, but if you just have a look at the monthly time frame chart in this sector, I would like you to see the monthly time frame also. The monthly time frame is extremely strong in the PSU banking space. The momentum is up, the trend is up. It's a smooth sailing thing. But recently, you will see little bit of choppiness and sideways move is possible, is visible. And I would also say one thing, that if this sector retraces a little bit or consolidates, and then if it starts moving higher, I think it will be much better for the markets. Private banking space. In private banking space, again, if you check, the trend is up because the price is, trading above the dual moving averages. But is there any momentum visible? No. See, this is choppiness, sideways. This is a momentum based rally. We want to have something like this. We don't want to trade in choppiness. The reason for that is यहाँ पे risk reward भी कम हो जाएगा. The number of trades going in your favor will also reduce. You'll not have good quality trades also. So as a trader, if someone wants to go at, fine, but I'm not in for such choppiness. The biasness again is still up. It's not negative, but till the time it's lacking momentum, I would certainly not be interested. Oil and gas. Oil and gas seems to be improving in the last 1 or 2 weeks. Yes, this candle is negative, but after that, we have a very big green candle, and then we have a red candle. Overall, it's trying to improve. The trend is up, but the momentum is flat. The good part is over here that we had one leg up move, then down, and then up. So if you just plot Fibonacci over here, and you will understand that we are near 50% retracement. Also, we have this first low, second low, and the third low. All three lows are higher than each other. So if this continues to move higher like this, then probably you will see a positive momentum coming back in the weekly time frame chart, which is very, very important. Okay. Overall, yes, it has improved. The oil and gas pack नीचे से काफी ऊपर जाके, then it has retraced, but is it a complete revival? I think it's still some time left for that. थोड़ा सा time लगेगा. Auto pack. Now, auto pack is a stronger sector. Again, I would say that, are all the stocks in this sector positive? The answer is no. There are few large cap stocks which are improving. And if you check the monthly time frame chart also, overall things are fine, because you will see smooth sailing rally here, only one negative candle and then suddenly one positive. So overall things are fine in the auto pack. If you know the stocks well, if you know your stocks well, then for medium term traders, you will find some opportunities here. Overall, the daily time frame chart is also okay, but be stock selective. Do not just open any random stock in auto pack and just trade randomly anything. You have to know which stock to pick and which not to pick. ये आपको analysis करना पड़ेगा अपने end पे. Consumer durables. All right. Now, consumer durables, I think as a sector, it has been improving. In the last 2 weeks, it has been improving. And according to me, it's trying to reverse. It's trying to. I'm not saying it has reversed completely, but it's trying to. Why? We have a doji. Dojis are generally very famous for reversals. Then we have a positive candle. And then on a weekend, we have one more candle which is positive, but yes, it has a wick on the upside, and these are resistances. But it's trying that I want to, take a U-turn. Has it been successful? The answer is no. The answer is no. It needs to surpass this high, go higher, then I think things will improve. But थोड़ा सा time लगेगा उसके लिए. It's way too soon to answer right now that what is happening in this particular sector. Going ahead with the consumption pack. Consumption pack is certainly negative. Yes, last week हमने देखा था यहाँ पे काफी बड़ा कैंडल हुआ था, बना था यहाँ पे, and this particular candle came up at a 61.80% retracement of this entire bull run from this to this swing. ये पूरे swing को retrace करेंगे तो ये आपको support मिलता है. यहाँ से हमको एक bounce back आया है. But the bounce back is okay. The reason for that is the trend is still down in the daily time frame chart. The bounce has been pretty sharp. It has been a pretty large bounce. But if you see this zone over here, we have been witnessing some selling pressure over here. And also we have a lower low. We also have a hidden divergence in RSI. So overall, it looks that the consumption pack is weak, and as a long only trader, I would avoid going long in this sector. Finance pack. Now finance pack, I think the trend is trying to improve by one up move, and then we have a week where we have an inverted doji. You can say a gravestone doji. Basically, it's an inverted sort of thing. Does it have momentum? The answer is no. Generally, when momentum is there in the price, it will be like smooth sailing and fast moves on the upside. जब भी market ऊपर जाता है momentum के साथ, it moves very very fast. It doesn't give you time to think or something like that. This is complete choppiness. Yes, you will say, sir, this is not momentum. Well, if you check in the weekly chart, सिर्फ एक ही candle बना है, एक candle में सब कुछ change नहीं हो सकता. So yes, it's trying to improve. The trend is up in the weekly, but the momentum is still absent. So I would like to wait a little bit more before I come to a decision that it is a sector worth looking to as a long only trader. FMCG pack, weak sector, trend down, momentum down, and overall I think it has been able to retrace, and I guess it has found some resistance at 50% retracement, and it's a weak sector. Again, avoid going long if you're a short-term trader. Okay, completely avoid. IT pack. Now, IT pack, I think you can see sudden move on the downside. Trend momentum is down in the IT pack. As a derivatives trader, if I'm saying that if the trend momentum is down, would I like to pick anything on the short side? The answer is no, because it's extremely overstretched. You look where RSI is, probably just around 20. So we need a good pullback, consolidation, pullback, and then if still the trend momentum stays negative, then probably you will go for a negative trade. Otherwise, simply avoid, completely avoid. All right, let's have a sneak peek at the infra pack. Okay, now infra pack, if you have a look over here in this candle, it's trying to improve. Then it has a negative candle, and RSI dropped below 50, sudden pullback. In the daily time frame charts, we have a positive divergence in the RSI, which gave birth to a reversal. After this reversal, it has not surpassed this high. So if we want trend and momentum to come back, we will need something, we will need the price to go higher above this, and then trend and momentum will come back. At times, it becomes very, very late because the size of the candle is very, very big. When candles are of average size, I think then we'll get into a sector or a stock pretty early on. But since it has been a very, very sharp up move, then at times you will be slightly late in the market, and which is absolutely fine. It's better to be late rather than having no confirmation at all and jumping blindly into a trade. Okay? Metals. Now metals, I think stronger sector, but check this. Do we have a negative divergence over here? The answer is no. But there is a big but. Compare this high and this high. Do we have a higher high? Yes. Do we have a lower low? Yes. At times, please listen carefully. At times, price makes higher high, RSI makes lower high, and something like this will be visible. You will say, sir, this is a higher high in RSI. Yes, but this is still lower high. कभी कभार ऐसा भी होता है that price is trying to compare this to highs and then the market turns down. हो सकता है. I'm not saying it will happen this time, but हो सकता है. The trend is positive. Momentum is positive, but we do have a negative divergence. Is it powerful? The answer is no. It's not very powerful. But the thing is, in the metal pack, I think slightly overstretched in the monthly time frame chart, slightly. So if it corrects little bit if it corrects and then it starts moving up, I don't think it should be that big of that problematic thing in the metal pack. But if it keeps on correcting very badly like what IT did, then yes, things will get from good to bad and from bad to worse. So थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. But overall, I think it's a positive sector with a positive view, but a little bit of correction will help overall in improving the risk reward for a pullback trader to go long in this sector. Pharma pack. Now pharma pack, I think the trend is down. It has tried very hard. The weekly time frame chart tried very hard, but you can see we have an inverted hammer sort of a candle. The trend is down. The displacement of the moving average is also down. RSI is also below 50 and the momentum is also down. So overall, it's a weak sector and it's trying to consolidate near a previous resistance zone. First, this was a support and now it is a resistance. Simple. So overall, it's just a mere pullback. If it surpasses this level and keeps on going higher, then things will improve. Otherwise, it would take a U-turn. PSE. PSE as a sector has certainly improved much, much better. Initially, it improved. Again, it corrected. Again, it improved. It's trying really hard. I think the trend and momentum over here is positive in the weekly time frame chart. Daily time frame chart looks okay. So once I think this dip comes to an end, it consolidates, and then if it gives a breakout, things might improve in the PSE sector for good. Real estate pack, one of the weakest sectors. Trend is down in the weekly time frame chart. The momentum is also down, and this entire pullback in the daily and the weekly time frame chart is just a short-term pullback, and it is so far, I would use the word so far, it is not a trend reversal completely, because we do have a negative candle in the weekly time frame chart here, which is a high wave candle, and a high wave candle is coming after a big pullback. So generally high wave candle coming up at a juncture where we do have a resistance and we had a previous move already existing, chances है कि ये move reverse होके नीचे आ सकता है. I'm using the words आ सकता है, ठीक है. I'm not saying आएगा ही, because trading in markets is a game of probability and not surety. So we do have a support here and a resistance here. So overall, it's a good sector to avoid to go long if you're a long only trader. India defense, I would frankly avoid completely. Very choppy. Yes, there are few signs visible which are shouting and saying that the momentum is trying to improve, but it's too early to say on, because times it's way too choppy. It's just like going up, down, up, down, up, down. Haywire, all, it's everywhere. It's up, it's down, it's sideways. No point at looking such sectors. It's better to avoid, have some clarity and only trade when things are very smooth. Something like this is good to trade if you are a derivatives trader, or even this is good to trade. When things are choppy, I would like to avoid. So when it's visible, why should I try to act extra smart? Mid caps. Now mid caps, again, it's trying way too hard, according to me. The trend is up, but the momentum is still negative. As I told you previously also, just one candle cannot turn up and the momentum moves. No, it doesn't happen like that. And even in the daily time frame chart, it's still looking not that great. We are having a lower low over here. So I think we'll need a little bit more effort from the mid cap sector, that it surpasses this high, or this high which was created in starting of 2026, surpasses this and keeps on going slowly and steadily, then the overall sector will improve. Okay, so I think summing it up all, there are sectors like there was a sector like IT which was improving, which is underperforming very badly right now. Very sad to see, but it's happening. So there are a couple of sectors like auto pack, metal pack, which do have little bit of strength. PSU banks has the strength, but it is slightly overstretched. So there are 2-3 sectors, little bit in PSU, oil and gas also, but not everything. There are a couple of stocks which are strong and there are a couple of stocks which are also weak. So I would say that it's too volatile type of market to trade right now, and it's better that we analyze it properly, analyze the charts properly before we initiate a trade. And if you're confused or if you're not very confident about the overall state of trend of the market, and if you think that क्यों ट्रेड करूं ऐसे में, थोड़ा वेट कर लेता हूं, it's fine, it's completely fine. It's always good if you do not have any clarity. The best thing to do is not to trade. आपके पास पूरी लाइफ पड़ी है ट्रेड करने के लिए. You will get better days. Better days in the sense, see, I trade in derivatives and cash both. So for me, a falling market is also fine, but I need a direction, either on the downside, either on the upside. But a choppy market is frankly not good for anyone. So if you do not have clarity, wait out, do not trade. It's completely fine. Trade, money not lost is also money earned in a choppy market. And if you're confident enough, then be sure that which sector you're picking to go long or probably short, and also make sure that you pick the right stock in that sector. All right. So trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.